This drill is investigating your arm bracing. So down at the bottom, there's a couple different swing issues that fall into the same category of basically I'm pulling on the club with my arms instead of pulling on the club with the body. And I call how you pull on the club bracing. So the common thing would be down at the bottom, I could either pull with my shoulders. You'll see them, especially that left shoulder, kind of retract to pull. I could pull with my elbows. That would be more of a left arm chicken wing or a right arm kind of bicep curl bending like this. Or I could pull with my wrists. These are all different ways to pull the club or pull on the grip, which does help speed up the club going down into the ball, but it also narrows the arc on the way through. Ideally, I want to have the arc widening. I want my arms, my wrists, and my shoulders all lengthening through impact, not bending and shortening. I want the pull on the club to come more from my body movement. So even though my arms are bringing the club away, my body is pulling the club away from the ground. That combination produces that more consistent flat spot. So sometimes golfers are unaware of their pulling, and I'll stand over there and grab onto the club head. So if you don't have someone to play with, what I'm going to do is you can either hook the club into a bag or on a chair or something like this. So now first one, I'm going to try and bend up. So I'm pulling into the club this way. Second one, I'm going to bend with my arms and pull it towards me like this. This thing is a little light, so I can't pull too hard. And then last one, I'm going to pull with my shoulders. Okay, so those are the different arm pull methods. Now, I want to feel a body pull method. So I could bend backward almost like I'm doing a deadlift or a back bend, but that would be too much extension and that would still make it hard for me to create a good flat spot. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull while turning my body. So I'm basically pulling on it that way instead of straight up at me. That's a little bit closer to what we want to feel down at impact. Because the club is going to be in a pretty much set position here at impact. The club is a metal rod. It's got some bend and lead in it at impact, but it's pretty much a fixed metal rod. So it's set at a certain angle. And I'm going to be pulling kind of in this direction, kind of more back up away from it. So I could either get into a position like this and pull more with the body, or I could get into a position like this where I would pull from my hands. What can be really useful, I'll stand on the club and have them pull a couple different ways, and getting into this position to feel like I'm doing it more from the body helps them recreate a good impact alignment. So if you feel like it's more of a force thing, that I feel like I'm hitting it too much with my hands, play around with how you're pulling on the club until you find a position where you can pull strongly with your body, but still have the arms being soft enough that they are lengthening or moving away from you. You solve that riddle and you'll be able to build a much more consistent flat spot, have your chest more open at impact, and get that classic follow-through position that we're looking for.